Blac Youngsta and Young Dolph. They don't like each other. R.I.P. Young Dolph passed away. Blac Youngsta's actually been performing his diss record to Young Dolph since he's passed away. Artist passes away, artist who he had beef with running around performing his song. That's
I know. I'm honestly,
extremely
I
disrespectful.
I get why everybody's talking about this. I get why we're talking about it as well. But I also understand what Blac Youngsta's plan was when he decided to do this.
Well,
And he's it's working. It's
well,
working is what I'm saying.
let's. I want to share you a little bit more because not only did Blac Youngsta run around and perform this diss record after Young Dolph passed away, he then shot a video, and in the video, he's in a cemetery, and
Mhm.
he's performing one of his performance parts in the video with a tombstone behind him, and on the tombstone is Young Dolph's government name. So in other words, he's performing in front of his tombstone. And
Yeah.
then so his actual response to this, I come from the heart of South Memphis, where you get no sympathy. Don't even know what that is. With that being said, I could give two F's what the world thinks about me.
I mean, we come from a city where they talk about smoking your dead ops, bro. Like, I want to sit here and say that this is abnormal and strange for hip hop, but I mean, look at our city. Look at the music that our artists are putting out here in Toronto. It's pure this type of stuff where they I don't even understand the term smoking. Like, I get it. Don't be twisted. It obviously makes sense, but who would even think of something like smoking on my dead op? Why would you even think of using that as a bar? But sorry, I'm sidetracking, but this is where hip hop is going. This is where hip hop has been headed for a long time. This is why a lot of these deaths have occurred, especially in our city, because people feel like they need to use these things in order to get the attention needed for their music to blow up. Otherwise, why are you doing it?
Yeah, but you're talking about Toronto artists who are on the come up. These are artists who, not all, but
Blac
these are.
Youngsta is not an established artist. I'm not going to give him that credit. This
Sorry,
nigga
but
is 31 years
he's
old.
more established and has more visibility than not all, but the bulk of the Toronto artists that you're talking about who do and say these things, right? So Blac Youngsta does not have to do this. He hold on. There was another quote that he said here, and I just want to read that. He says, blah, blah, blah. He goes, I don't get on I don't get on the internet crying about it or looking for the world to feel sad for a nigga. Because essentially what he's saying is he's had people in his life that has passed away. So he's
Right.
not looking for sympathy from everybody else when people around him has passed away. So he's not about to give it. But
I've had people die in my life too. I'm pretty sure you've had people pass away in your life. Doesn't mean you go out and you disrespect somebody else though. That I don't see how one justifies the other.
well, that's the thing. I don't see why he has to do this. To me, it makes no sense. He's not an artist. I'm not saying he's the biggest one, but he's not an artist where he has to actually do this. And you're right, it's working. People are
I think
talking
he is.
about it.
I disagree. I think he is an artist where he has to do this because really, I don't remember the last time I heard anybody talking about this guy, unless he was doing something and it wasn't for music. If I did hear last thing I heard about it, it was definitely not for music because
Right.
I can't name the last song that he dropped.
I don't know any of his songs.
Okay, case closed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're a hip hop head more so than me.
Well, there's a
So
lot of fair. I understand, but there's a
you
lot
get
of
what I'm saying? You're in
yeah.
you listen to music. Even if it's new artists, you listen to new artists if their songs popping. You know what I mean? And I've heard nothing about this guy until just this. And I can't name you any of his songs too. I know them if I heard them, the popular one that he blew up with.
I wouldn't even know that.
If I heard it, I'd be like, oh, I remember this song.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know it word for word, but I'd be like, oh, I remember this song.
Right.
But like just that fact shows me that he is an artist that has to do this, which is very sad because you make a very valid point. You know what? He is a kind of quote unquote veteran in the game at this point. He's been in the game for a while and he's doing shit, to your point, that new artists, up and coming artists are doing in order to get publicity. So what does that say about his character and his status in the rap game right now?
Very poor. Very, very poor. Um, Yeah, it's just disrespectful all around. I get it. You don't like someone and then they pass away, or even worse, they get murdered. That doesn't mean that you have every right to go jump on their grave. And I don't want to make this a generational thing, but Tupac and Biggie were not the best of friends. When Tupac passed away, when he was murdered, you didn't see anybody from Bad Boy, Biggie Smalls running around talking,
Right.
they were actually remorseful,
Right.
So
Interviews, he was
uh,
talking about how we missed him and how he wish it didn't go down that way and stuff like that. So yeah.
yeah, we're in a weird space, but it's the space we've created. So get comfortable. Viewing public,
Buckle up.
what are your thoughts here, man? Did Blac Youngsta take it too far? Is this expected? Is this above him or right where it needs to be? Leave it
It's
in the
above him.
comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
He's like 5 feet tall.